Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu R&R Production. Hier ist Robi und wir spielen heute mit Genshin Impact. Wir müssten bei Part 91 sein. Wir haben die ganzen Ausrufezeichen. Genau. Shiori, die ist neu. Und Arataki Ito. Ah, ich liebe Ito. Ich habe mega Bock auf den. Aber sie ist neu. Was soll ich jetzt tun? Ich weiß es nicht. Jetzt habe ich außerdem auf Ding geklickt. Händler. Oh, das ist doch blöd. Da ist Waffe. Rothorn Steinbrecher hört sich cool an. Achso, das ist dieses Wahldings, ne? Ballade der Morgenbrüder. Du kannst dein Kurzziel aus folgenden Figuren und Waffen wählen. Also hier wählst du, was du Bock hast. Wie ich es verstanden habe. Ey, bis auf Albedo habe ich alle hier in meinem anderen Account. Deswegen würde ich wahrscheinlich Albedo ziehen. Ja, Nilou, Klee, Mona, Euler und Jean habe ich alle in meinem anderen Account. Wolfsgrab habe ich auch in meinem anderen Account. Ich glaube, irgendeinen Bogen habe ich. Was? Himmelsflügel in meinem anderen Account? Ja, ich habe 3 Waffen, glaube ich. Oder 4 Goldwaffen, 3. Wolfsgrab. Und so, ich habe, glaube ich, 2 oder 3 goldene Großschwerter. Genau, Stolz des Himmels und Wolfsgrab habe ich. Die beiden. Und Himmelsflügel habe ich. Was habe ich eigentlich hier? Ich habe doch auch hier eine Goldwaffe bekommen. Anleitung zur Verbesserung? Was ist denn das? Stärke von Figuren in der Truppe. Das ist neu, oder? Abenteuerstärke mächtig, ein verlässliches Truppenmitglied. Ach so, hier steht, wie man es. Ah, wie man die verbessert, ne? Weil der Rosaria ist meine stärkste. Nicht schlecht. Obwohl sie erst 87 ist. Weil die. Also der grüne heißt wahrscheinlich, was maximal möglich ist, oder? Und da ist sie am weitesten. Aber das ist neu. Geil. Geil, geil. Weil hier war immer Inventar. Ich wollte gerade aufs Inventar und dann habe ich das gesehen. Ah ne, wir haben Amosbogen hier. Den habe ich. Mein anderer Account nicht, ne. Ich habe Himmelsflügel. Amosbogen. Was ist Ankündigung? Könnt ihr leider nicht sehen. Schau mal kurz durch. Achso, das ist dieses Ballade, ne? So. Oh, stimmt, jetzt krieg ich 600. Vielen Dank. Vielen, vielen Dank. Neue Version. Voll lieb und so. Community könnt ihr, glaube ich, auch nicht sehen. Was steht da so drin? Nichts. Muss ich einen Scan machen, kein Bock.
Fireworks are for now, but friends are forever.
Genau. Unser neues. Ja, ist immer das gleiche. Überspringen. Da haben wir schon ein bisschen was. Sehr schön. Da steht dann alles Neue, ne? Ja, genau. Ihre Legendenauftrag, okay. Ein neues Einladungsereignis. Einladungsreihe 12. Ist die nett, wo man einladen kann. Muss ich gleich mal abchecken. Ach, jetzt bin ich schon wieder rausgegangen, ey. So. Ja, Linette ist dazugekommen. Linette, Linette, Linette. Sehr schön. Genau, und Shiori ist dazugekommen. Als neuer 5-Sterne-Charakter. Gruß Serana. Cisoria. So. Haben wir alles? Alle Ausrufezeichen weggemacht. Sehr schön. Ah, genau, ich wollte nochmal. Weil ich kann jetzt, oder? Ne, 1401 fehlt mir. Ja, aber ich würde dann hier erst weitermachen. Und ich krieg jetzt 100% in den nächsten 90er, ne? Ja. Das Geile hier ist, der, wo fehlschlägt, den kriegst du dann irgendwas davon. Jetzt. Geh weg. Ne? Einer von denen kriegt man dann. Das ist geil in der Ansicht, weil du dann Auswahl von den 3 hast, die limitiert sind. Aber du kannst auch 3, die wo du immer bekommst. Aber in dem Sinne wäre es auch nicht so schlecht. Ich habe jetzt nur die Look. Das ist ja trotzdem ein Win-Win, ne? Ich hätte immer noch die höhere Chance, einen neuen zu bekommen, egal was ich mache. Aber da ich erst. Aber ist es auch begrenzt? Ja, das ist auch begrenzt. Ah, das ist auch. Das ist auch schmerzhaft. 5-Sterne-Objekte. 50% genau. Euler, die kriegen wir alle 50%. Genau. Jean, Klimona, Euler, Albedo, Diluk. 4 sind wieder alle dabei. Und 3 halt wie immer. Ja, was soll ich sagen? Was soll ich sagen? Shiori, wenn ich wüsste, was du bist. Das ist das Standardding.
If we've got nothing else to do, why don't I tell you a story?
Macht das, macht das. Aber wir machen zuerst. Aber ist die neue Version raus? Aber kein Gebiet? Das ist auch selten, oder? Wobei, ist öfters so, dass es kein Gebiet ist. So nur neuer Inhalt, neue Events manchmal. Am Ende von einem Ding. Weil ich glaube, die nächste Version wird eh erst sowas wie direkt auf 4.0 springen, ne? Wenn immer ein neues Land kam. Wenn ich mich nicht ganz irre. Und vielleicht ist das dazu gekommen? Ich habe keine Ahnung mehr. Aber wir machen kurz das hier, genau. Fangen wir mit Dori an. Für unser Free Stuff. Kommt her. Boom, boom.
Nice
Ja.
and spicy.
Come a
Hi!
little closer. Let's spark
Oh, ein
things
bisschen,
up a
bisschen.
little.
Kommt doch alle her.
Let's sweeten the deal.
Ey.
Out of the frying pan into the fire. Eat.
Wunderschön.
Spread this on your side.
Easy. Geht doch. Andere Figur ausprobieren. Jep, machen wir die nächste. Erstmal Stuff abholen. Das ist auch neu. Ich musste früher mal raus, glaube ich. Dass ich die so direkt ausprobieren kann. Boom, boom.
By royal decree. I must leave no step and step. Break a leg.
Boom. Break a leg.
Everyone on me! Midnight.
Time to clean up.
Gib ihm. Achtzehn kriegen wir hin. Noch 5.
And leap. Strike is one.
Fall in!
Ich dachte, jetzt kommt wieder Break a Leg.
Oz, reveal thyself. Steady as stone, as a good knight.
Easy. Nächste. Dankeschön. Haben wir Garu? Muss man nachschauen.
Charge!
Weil ich glaube, er ist es, wo in Inazuma
I must leave no stone unturned.
das ganze Zeug
Fall in!
auf der Minimap anzeigt. Den guten Stuff. Geht doch.
Give up. Submit.
Advance! Press the
Und
advantage!
boom.
Let's light it up. I'm going in.
Alles kaputt machen.
It's not. As a dutiful maid would.
Komm, Noel. Der letzte machen wir kaputt. Wunderschön. Dankeschön. Jetzt kommt Ito. Arataki. My buddy. Boom, 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 boom. Da.
Let's roll! Who wants some of this?
Ich liebe Ito. Da. Schaut euch diese Maschine an. Schaut sie euch an, wie er sich da durchballert.
Let's roll! It's showtime!
Ito braucht keine Unterstützung. Er ist die Unterstützung. Boom, 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 boom. Ich liebe ihn. So, letzte. Einhand. Oh Mann. Nicht mein Style an Einhand.
Delicate as silk.
Ah, das ist doppelt. Das ist cool. Aber zählt das Einhand wahrscheinlich, oder?
I am the cutting edge of fashion.
Boom, boom, boom. Easy.
Don't waste my time. Submit. Everybody stand back. Nice and spicy. You're toast. Next customer, drops of color. Scatter.
Easy. Andere Figur ausprobieren? Nö. Wir verlassen's. Tschüss. So, jetzt haben wir alles abgeschlossen. Sehr schön. Fast 1,5. Auch sehr schön. Aber heute machen wir es Sumeru zu Ende. Wir müssen... Wo müssen wir hin? Frage nach dem Aufenthaltsort von Helden. Helden in der Akademie. Machen wir doch.
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there.
Mach Olaf.
Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there.
Okay.
But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
Natürlich nicht.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
Einfach nur Gerüchte, hä? Du Geoff. My name is Geoff. Wo ist unser Kumpel?
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there. But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Er unterhält sich gerade mit jemandem.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Ist doch gut so.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Kasharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Ugh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Doch nicht gleich so.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Warten wir ab. Wir haben es nicht eilig.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
Stimmt. Der war nicht zu finden, während wir alle hier Sumeru gerettet haben, hä?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Ah, which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Der hat aber lang gebraucht.
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
Der ist echt doch auf alten Stand.
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Jetzt fragt er uns gleich. Sprich mit Helden. Machen wir doch. Aber erstmal hier blinkt was. Oh, ein Büchlein. Sehr schön. Noch irgendwas? Ne. Nö.
Hey, Alhaitham.
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilou. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilou said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Zaino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to all Haytham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office.
Und wenn nicht?
I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned upside down.
Tainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the academia.
Die 6 Weisen.
I don't know where to begin.
Es sollte ein klasser Name für tolle Leute sein. Und klasser. Klasse? Name für tolle Leute sein, oder?
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
Also waren 2 okay, der Rest korrupt.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Jawohl.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the academia. But I refused.
Huh? But why? Can't you be a little more ambitious?
Sagt grad Paimon, hä? Die nur an Essen und Mora denkt.
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the academia before the new sages take office.
Also bist du der vorläufige Leiter.
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
Also ihr wohnt zusammen.
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars.
Er scheint deine Worte
Which
anzuzweifeln.
is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Viel Glück mit den Bergungsarbeiten.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Alright, I'll see you there.
Bye-bye. Nach Ormos. Let's go. Ich komme. Du, 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 du.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Is that Paimon I hear?
Dunja, dir geht's schon besser, hä? Dass du hier unten bist. Im Süden von Sumeru.
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dunjarsart.
Dad, it's been so long since we've seen you.
Uns geht es sehr gut. Und dir?
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life.
Das freut mich.
I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
Ja. Dank deiner Nahida. Jetzt geregelt.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Du warst also doch hier.
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Das ist aber ein weiter Walk, hä?
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
Hört sich gut an.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
Willst du mit uns reisen? Ich hab dich ja schon.
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Mit uns immer.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
Was war der Scherz?
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
What?
Davon habe ich noch nichts gehört.
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Academia, but only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Hyman can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there.
Genau, das Outfit ist perfekt.
Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the Academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose.
Genau.
In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
Yep.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again.
Die Freiheit liegt in der Natur von der, nicht wahr?
Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilou.
Oh, did Nilou write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Katastrophe. Niemand hat ihre armen Briefe bekommen.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilou asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
Wir haben einen Teleporter, wir sind ruckzuck dort.
It must be something important for Nilou to specifically write to us like that.
Nee, wir wollen nur Party machen.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
Immer doch.
Since it's being organized by Nilou, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh,
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try your luck there.
Versuch
As
muss.
for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. You can ask Sino when you meet him.
Vielen Dank dir.
Don't mention it. You'd better get going.
Auf zum nächsten Ort.
On to our next stop.
Jetzt muss ich alle suchen für ein nerviges Bankett hier.
After recovering from Elazar, everything seems so different to me. When I look at the scenery I visited before, it has a completely different feeling.
Yeah. You need to be stronger than an ox to take life by the horns.
So sieht's aus.
I think I've heard you say something like that before. But today, I finally understand what you mean.
Is there any place you'd like to go? I can accompany you.
What if I tell you that I want to go to the desert?
Fine by me. If we go to the desert, I can introduce you to my friends there. But we should prepare and get everything we need before setting off.
Let's go! I'll go pack my luggage now. After we're done with the feast in 2 days, we can go have fun in the desert.
You can count me in.
Ich bin froh, dass Dunjasat endlich reisen kann, die Welt erleben kann. Auf nach Aru Village. Das Aru-Dorf. Und Saino hier. Hey Shani, was geht? Oh, ich sehe Saino. Sehr gut. Hey Buddy.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru Village. Ah, there's Sino.
Lange nicht gesehen?
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well too.
That's good to hear.
Danke, dass du uns zu ihm gebracht hast.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
Guter Mann, Saino.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Raman,
Roman! And, huh? Sataria?
was machst du denn hier?
Oh, you know me?
Ja. Du aber uns nicht, hä? Wir waren in verschiedenen Gestalten.
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
Wie läuft es denn in letzter Zeit?
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
Du willst keine Gelehrte mehr sein?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Das ist gut.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert.
Auch nicht schlecht. Die neue Generation ausbilden, hä?
She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Ataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night.
She.
The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the Academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission.
Jetzt nicht mehr.
As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Das ist alles, was wir ihr eingeredet haben, oder?
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
Ja.
You probably have already heard.
Viel zu leicht.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites.
Nice. Naida hat gleich angefangen, ja?
I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
Ja, Mann.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Aber weh, ihr habt wieder diese korrupte, wie heißt es? Korrupte Weisheit, oder wie es hieß, ne? Das alles verseucht.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilou. Nilou wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, Judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Celebration?
Hä?
Feast?
Du weißt nicht Bescheid?
It's the first I've heard of it.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
Mag er nicht, hä?
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Bitte kommt auch mit, ihr beiden.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
Haben wir hier ein neues romantisches Pärchen?
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilou for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful, so much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down.
Wir werden es auf jeden Fall an Nilou weiterleiten.
Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
Katastrophe mit den Leuten hier. Oh.
Anyway, our preparation has been going smoothly these days. Can such good things really be happening in the desert?
Er kann es nicht glauben, hä?
It's almost hard to believe.
Ja.
Yes, even if you can't bring yourself to believe it, you should at least believe in those of us who are working hard to make it a reality.
Indeed. Take it one step at a time. There is still a long journey before you.
What heartwarming words.
Jetzt muss ich erst mal 2 Tage warten, ne? Da, übermorgen. Da tickt die Way. Das muss eigentlich mit dem Schnipsen durchgehen, ey. Aber stand jetzt 9 Uhr früh, so? Wie viel Uhr stand da? Da muss ich wahrscheinlich noch ein bisschen pennen.
Today's the big day. Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along.
Ich komme ja schon, ich komme ja schon. Ist schon dunkel. Aber ihr fight alle, oder? Du.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
You're here.
Hello.
Ah, there you are.
Guten Abend.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work.
Immer doch.
We're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Nur essen.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow, Paimon can't wait. Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here.
Yep. War ein Augenschmaus. Nilou hat sogar getanzt. Oh. Ein schöner Traum.
Wow, it's so delicious! Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing!
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Feels kind of nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
Und trotzdem haben wir kein einziges göttliches Herz. Das regt mich immer noch auf.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully.
Und noch mehr Glück und noch mehr Glück und noch mehr Glück.
Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
Noch ein neuer Titel. Wie schön.
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
Zurückgeschafft. Misserfolgen.
Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it.
Ach so, weil sie Ruka Devata vergessen haben, ist sie jetzt sowas, also akzeptieren sie jetzt sowas wie, dass sie die Reinkarnation ist, oder? Oder dass sie zurückentwickelt ist und alles ihre Kraft verloren hat und schwächer geworden ist, ne? Also jetzt in dieser Timeline sozusagen, oder nicht Timeline, weil es ja eigentlich nur die Erinnerungen gelöscht sind, hat es diese Ruka Devata nie gegeben, ne?
This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
Nein. Ich weiß nur, oder der Traveler weiß halt nur Sachen, die sonst keiner weiß, ne?
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Ach, nichts. Ich war nur etwas abwesend.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
Theoretisch kommen die jetzt sogar noch schlechter weg als davor. Davor, also sie haben ja Ruka Devata angebetet und dachten, die niedere Herrin Kusanali wäre eine neugeborene Göttin und hat nichts mit der alten zu tun. Und hier denken jetzt alle, es ist die gleiche Person und für ihr Opfer haben sie einfach weggeschmissen sozusagen. Das ist schon eiskalt. Also die kommen jetzt noch, die sind ja schon mega schlecht gewesen und alle hassen sie. Jetzt kommen die noch schlechter weg. Sieht aus, als hätten sich ihre Erinnerungen und Kenntnisse zur Geschichte von Sumeru verändert, nachdem die höhere Herrin Ruka Devata in Vergessenheit geraten ist. Heutzutage glauben sie, dass es immer nur ein Archon in Sumeru gibt, die niedere Herrin Kusanali. Vielleicht bin ich die einzige Person in Taiwan, die sich an die höhere Herrin Ruka Devata erinnert. Als Zeugen dieser Begebenheiten sollte ich ihre Wahl respektieren und ihr Geheimnis hüten.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Na, unser Al-Hatem hat einfach keinen Bock drauf, ne?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Theoretisch schon, du musst ja nur Papierkram machen wahrscheinlich.
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all?
So that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
Das stimmt.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Genau. Es muss sein, gell?
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day, just like I'm doing now.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Sprich mit den Gästen. Machen wir doch. Fangen wir mit dir an.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet. What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello.
Hello! Oh, I'm so happy Nilou invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Gerne. Ich freue mich, hier zu sein.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good.
Und ich dachte, du würdest dich langweilen.
No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts, unlike the farces at the Academia. That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
Nilou.
Ah, there you are, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know. I'll
Ein
be sure to
tolles,
take note of it.
ein sehr tolles Bankett. Danke für die Einladung.
That's good.
Oh, ganz schüchtern, ne?
It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Almost like a fairy tale. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves.
Ich möchte dir etwas verraten.
I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
Jetzt noch zu Mr. Saino.
The atmosphere here is good. And everything is delicious.
Du bist ein seltener Anblick auf einer Feier.
Yeah, I don't often come to such places. But it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around.
Schon gut, wir kommen auch allein klar.
There's always next time. We're friends after all.
Immer doch.
This feast is pretty good. I like it.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop.
Müde? Ach, ich werde etwas müde. Ich schlafe gleich ein.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy.
Wirklich?
Of course. Just wait here for Paimon.
Ich bin plötzlich so müde. Ich habe gestern Nacht nicht gut geschlafen. Oder habe ich mein Bäuchlein zu voll geschlagen? Huch, wer ist da? Nahida? Oder was Schlimmeres?
It's
Ich
me.
wusste es. Was geht? Nahida, unser Bewusstsein ist wieder verbunden.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon.
Bin ich die Mauer oder du? Brauchst du Hilfe?
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time.
Dann komm doch einfach persönlich vorbei. Alle würden sich freuen.
Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with.
Immer doch. Was denn?
Please say thank you to everyone for me.
Mach ich doch. Verstehe. Nahida, am besten sagst du es ihnen selbst?
Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me?
Nein, aber jeder will dich sehen. Manche Dinge muss man selbst erledigen.
But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want.
Die würden sich freuen. Komm jetzt. Bitte beruhig dich. Nichts wird passieren.
Let me think about it. Okay,
Was hast du dich entschieden?
yes, I have.
Achso, jetzt geht er rein in...
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So,
Du hast meinen Körper genommen, oder?
I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Nahida, Nahida. Dann versprich mir wenigstens, dass du nichts Komisches von mir gibst.
Everyone! Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food. It's me. Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up, what's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, Nilou.
You know who I am?
Freut sich gleich, hä?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilou, Helden, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yep.
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation.
Du wirst in einem kleinen Ball gefangen. Immer noch, hä?
Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Haben wir gern gemacht.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
Siehst du? Ich habe dir doch gesagt, dass sich alle freuen, dich zu sehen.
Yeah.
Sprudelten vor Glück. Und dann kommt Party.
Are you awake? Did you rest well?
Es geht.
After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Nichts im Vergleich zu dir.
That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony.
Das glaube ich sofort.
All right, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida?
Klar doch.
She should be in the academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
Ich komme Nahida. Neider.
Nahida! Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water.
Wieso? Ist irgendwie so eine komische Metapher. Wenn sie umkippt, ist es doch im Wasser. Ein Tropfen drauf und aus.
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you. Is there anything you want to know?
Über Akasha.
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently.
But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru.
Das stimmt.
Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the academia. The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
Hört sich sehr gut an. Und du schaffst es. Was passiert, nachdem ich an jenem Tag eingeschlafen war?
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep?
Hat er das göttliche Herz gestohlen?
You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it was just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom.
Beide abgegeben. Über Scaramouche.
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
Über die nächste Station der Reise, Fontaine.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality.
Ich habe keine Fragen mehr.
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
Über meinen Bruder.
Huh? You mean...
About your brother. While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother.
Aber wir kommen von außerhalb des Sternenmeers. Irminsul hat bestimmt keine Informationen zu ihm, oder?
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Tevat? So there shouldn't be anything on her or her brother.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your brother. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him after all.
Das ist komisch. Dann heißt es dann wahrscheinlich, er kennt auch dann Ruka Devata nicht, ne? Oder er wurde von dieser Welt korrumpiert, so wie dieses Wissen, ne? Und deswegen hat sie auch irgendwie. Es kann sein, dass er irgendwie in diese Welt eingewoben wurde oder irgendwas. Er kann es nicht verlassen oder sowas. Vielleicht deswegen hat er nie seine Schwester gesucht, damit die abhauen können, weil es nichts bringt, weil er nicht weg kann. Oder er weiß, dass beide nicht weg können. Vielleicht auch so.
What? There's only one possible explanation. He belongs to this world.
Wie kann das sein? Mein Bruder und ich haben zusammen die Sternmeere bereist. Wie kann er aus Teivat kommen? Das hier gibt keinen Sinn. Stimmt etwas mit meiner Erinnerung nicht oder hat diese Welt etwas mit ihm angestellt?
Nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
Weißt du sonst noch was?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat.
Ist jetzt 500 Jahre lang gereist? Oder ist er dann auch wieder eingeschlafen und hat einen Zeitsprung gemacht nach seiner Reise?
But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him?
Der Abgrund?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate.
Stimmt diese Göttin oder was das war ganz am Anfang? Mit diesen komischen roten Würfeln und schwarzen.
And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
Könnte es mit dem Abgrund zu tun haben?
But even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Ankömmling?
What's a descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right?
Yep.
A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Teyvat's 4th Descender.
Der 4. Also 3 vor mir und der Bruder zählt als nicht einer davon. Das heißt 3 verschiedene andere, die ich nicht kenne.
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them?
Yep.
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles.
Oh.
As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Jetzt wird's spannend.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
Ich auch. Ich brauche Zeit zum Nachdenken.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Nicht schlecht.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Wunderschön. Akasha pulsiert.
Is there anything you want to know?
Das haben wir alles schon über meinen Bruder. Ja,
And soon, I'm very if fate is the
das haben wir alles schon gehört. Komm.
Alright.
Wunderschön. Auch wunderschön. Umgekehrte Schöpfung. Ja, jetzt der Zwischenkapitel, sag ich doch. Nach jedem großen Ding kommt ein Zwischenkapitel. Jetzt machen wir noch Daily abholen.
Add Ast. Thank you for Add Ast.
Dankeschön, Dankeschön. Wieso kann ich Zwischenkapitel nicht auch machen? Um noch mehr... Nee, warte. Acer Palmatum. Palmatum. Was ist Acer Palmatum? Acer. Ah. Kadehara. Kazuha. Jetzt kann ich alle. Nee, fast alle. Schalten wir wieder hier frei. Yes. Aber machen wir noch nicht. Dann machen wir morgen wahrscheinlich Kadehara. Damit wir den schönen freischalten können. Das Zwischenkapitel, 3. Akt. Der Nachtvogel ist gefallen, bevor der Vorhang fällt. Hört sich gut an. So. Da haben wir jetzt genug, genau. Können wir einmal machen. Jetzt muss ich gucken. Ja, jetzt kann ich wieder Ding machen, ne? Neue Ansehensaufträge. Haben wir mal ein bisschen da was weg. Hello. Da oben. Krieg mal hin. Ein paar Landstreicher kaputt schlagen. Oh. Geht doch. Komm, E3.
are a few interesting trinkets here.
Achso, ich hab Dendro. Den Juten Dendro. Oh, da oben auf dem Bäumle. Haben wir gemacht.
Come with me.
Geil.
The more the merrier. First round's on me.
Richtig versteckt. Und wo geht der hin? Wo ist der Kleine?
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
Ja, das haben wir schon gekriegt, hä? Ich dachte, ich krieg alle nochmal. Schade. Jetzt klettern wir den Baum hoch. Dann besiegen wir die Landstreicher. Und wieso ist da ein Ding? Oh, gefährlich. Geht doch. Wo kommt das ganze Zeug her? Da ist er. Hello?
Leave it all to me. As a good knight should.
Ja, ein bisschen Heilung. Ui. Geht ja gleich richtig los, hä? Ui. Gefährlich.
Steady as stone.
Ich ertränke dich gleich. Also immer nicht. Ja, ihr seid zu groß, Alter.
Sooner we're done.
So. Nee, das ist falsch. Das sieht schon besser aus. Da knallen die Blitze wieder rein, du. Komm her. Verdammt, 13.000 oder 11.000. Geht doch. Die Kiste holen wir auch noch. Komm her. Boom. Also hier explodiert auch alles, ne? Also die ganzen Blitze alles so hell, ich sehe nichts. Ich bin blind. Schauen wir, was das letzte bitte ist von denen. 5 weiße Brocken. Das sind die besten. Hinlaufen, abgeben, weg da. Nimm. Nimm aber, lass mich in Ruhe. Wunderschön. Jetzt machen wir noch den schönen Ding hier. Aber warte mal. Neue Woche. Ich müsste wieder 5 Stück bekommen, ne? Yes. Der schöne Ruinenkoloss hier, hä? Du musst jetzt ruckzuck gehen. Du bist sogar alleine. Hier, verbrenn langsam. Wunderschön. Hauptsache Feuer funktioniert, ne? Physischer Schaden geht nicht. Das ist easy. Locker machbar. Nichts gebraucht. Das ist gefährlich. Sag doch gefährlich, Alter. Komm her. Ich mach dich gut hier. Sehr leicht. Nicht wirklich. Ich wollte es nur sagen. So, nochmal dahin heilen. Heil mich, heil mich. So. 90, Waffe war auch 90, ne? Waffe 90. Da war fast 90. Ja, jetzt bringt fast gar nichts, ne? Egal. Langsam voll machen. Sie war 70, genau. Mach mal ein Geo. Schadet nicht. Da ist er. Vielleicht habe ich Glück und krieg von dem einen direkt 3 Stück. Das wird top. Jetzt latschen wir hier kurz durch. Machen ein Schild. Jetzt schon wieder ganz nah sind. Weil die ziehen jetzt gleich auf mich.
Steady as stone.
Sag ich doch. Abhauen ist beste Verteidigung, ne? Ich bin wie ein Ninja. Alles mitnehmen, was umsonst ist. Perfekt. Der Gimmel. Zeig, was kann ich, Kumpel.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Komm schon. Runter mit dem.
You can't run. Shiver.
Boom. Komm. Hau alles weg. Ah, Hälfte ist abgezockt. Auch nicht schlecht. Komm. Ah, schade. Nur einmal getroffen. Boom. Oh, knapp, oder?
Someone needs
Nee, hat's gereicht.
as a good knight should.
Ich sag doch, wir sind viel stärker. Aber wie kann ich die Abenteuer, den Weltenrang nicht hochgehen, Alter? Ich verstehe es nicht. Wie schnell wir die ganzen Boss machen. Ja, perfekt, 3 Stück. Jetzt brauchen wir nur Wahlbären, dann können wir die auf 80 machen. Sehr nice. Sogar noch Zeit. Machen wir noch eine Kopfgeldjagd, wenn ich schon die Zeit habe. Machen wir den da hier.
I'll catch up. I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance.
Ich komme, mein Freund. Oh, hat nicht gehalten. Krass.
That didn't count.
Oh.
A festival ends.
Da war ich zu nah dran. Krass. Komm, schlag zu.
Someone needs assistance. Oh,
Ey, das war so... Das war dumm. Das war so
leave no
stupid.
stone unturned. I am a disgrace to the knights.
Ah, ich kann nicht mehr. Komm her. Kumpel zockt zu viel ab, Alter. Alter. Willst du mich verarschen? Runter mit dir. Alter, will er mich...
Is not the end.
Irgendwie schon. Ich bin hier am Sterben. Gegen... solche Nervensägen, Alter. Ich kann nicht heilen, natürlich nicht. Wäre sonst langweilig. Erstmal die ganzen Nervensägen hier. Alter. Übertreib halt. Blockt hier noch meine Attacken. Ey. Komm her. Also langsam nervt es mich gerade übelst.
Steady as stone. You can't run.
Du Nervensäge, aber sowas von. Alter, Alter, Alter. Wegen den scheiß Fässern. Dann zocken die so viel ab. Wirklich. Keine Ahnung, wie viel die abgezockt haben, aber einen sofort gekillt, den anderen Schild weggeballert, dritten, ich glaube, 3/4 oder so abgezogen. Krank. Wirklich krank. So. Machen wir die Teekanne noch. Da war sie.
This realm is...
Die guten Stühle, Alter. 5, 7. Häuser können wir auch immer mal wieder machen. Aber ich brauche auch Zäune und sowas. Sowas zum Beispiel. Den kann man machen. Ein paar Zäune, genau. Glaube ich, brauche ich auch immer wieder welche. Neue Deko. Von allem etwas, hä? Ja, da war es hier. Nee. Himmelschätze, gell? Ja.
If you ever had.
So. Dann fehlt nur eins, hä? Bin gespannt. Direkt Chiori. Wäre mega. Komm schon. Gold, 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 Gold. Das ist immer dieses Müll. Das Ende von Sumeru hat uns kein Glück gebracht.
Oh!
Dory!
Well, if it isn't the renowned traveler. I'm Dory Sungamabe, a traveling merchant. As an introductory gift, you can enjoy a 10% discount on all my wares and merchandise. Feel free to have a look. I'll even help package up your purchase. Free of charge.
Neu. Nie gezockt. Gefällt mir auch nicht so beim Testen und so. Null. Oh. 4 Stände Waffe auch. Nice. Sehr, sehr schön. Die Waffe ist sogar neu. Da ist sie ja. Unser Dory. Jetzt muss ich mal gucken. Nur grün. Naja. Besser als nix. Da haben wir ein blaues. Gold. Ganz ja, wenigstens lila Blümchen. Blümchen. Herzensblick. Yep. Neue Waffe. Direkt 20 machen. Und wer kriegt die schöne Waffe? Schau mal. Sie hat schon Linguan oder dann nehmen wir noch Lisa. Wunderschön. So. Aufladerate ist auch nicht schlecht. Kann man nehmen. Rosari. Nehmen wir weiter Yoimiya. 2 Level. Sehr schön. So. Alles bisschen gestärkt, sehr schön. Überall ein bisschen weitergekommen. Auch sehr schön. Wo ist unsere Dori? Was haben wir schon alles? Überall schon ein Schwert. Ja, Mann. Krass. Aber passt. Auf jeden Fall. Hier war Robi von R&R Production. Das war Genshin Impact Part 91. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Subscribt und kommentiert. Und bis zum nächsten Mal. Bye bye und ciao.